Hey guys, today we're going to draft the end of our fossil narrative. I am in my classroom here. This is a really cool rainbowy classroom. And I've got some tools here. I've got a microscope sitting on my table because today I am going to be taking my fossil probably back to my lab so I can examine it using a microscope and see exactly what I found. All right, so today, remember, you've been writing this narrative. You've already written the beginning and you've already written the middle. And now today you're going to turn to that same spot in your notebook and draft the ending. All right, let's see what we have here on our rubric. This tells us our criteria for what we need to have a compelling narrative about discovering a fossil. Today you're going to work on this section of the rubric. You want to include actions you took after you found the fossil. So what did you do after you found the fossil, right? All right. So let's look at my planner because I had completed one of these to kind of think about what I wanted to do for my ending. All right, so in the end today, I want to finish my narrative. What actions did I take after I found the fossil? Now, remember, I'm using Mary Anning's story as my draft. And remember that Mary Anning ran fast to get the quarrymen to come help her. So that's what she did. Now that tells the action, but of course when I go to write the sentences, I'm going to have to tell more. I've got to make this exciting. I've got to make it kind of wrap up the story so that my reader will feel satisfied with my story. So here's what I came up with for my draft. Okay, notice I started off with another one of those good transition words, at last, because that kind of tells you that finally this is the end. At last, I decided to get some help. I ran fast to get the quarrymen. I told them to come help me get out the sea monster that I found. I couldn't wait to see what the creature looked like. See how I worked another one of my thoughts in again? That I couldn't wait to see what the creature looked like. And I told an action, I told what I did, and I might even go on to say, well, in her story, she didn't. But remember, some scientists actually take their stuff back to the lab. Let's look at Dr. Holly Woodward-Ballard's. She told her crew about the discovery, and she planned to take the bone back to her lab to analyze. So that might be something that you do today in yours. I don't know. I don't know what you'll do as a paleontologist, but I do want you to remember we have this beautiful chart here that you can pause that shows some tools that paleontologists use, and there's your microscope. Remember, that was one of the things that was used in the ending. Sometimes, remember, paleontologists have to use some glue to kind of hold it together. Or no, I guess they also do those plaster soaked strips, remember, to move the fossil safely to the lab. You might have had to brush it off gently with a toothbrush to get some of the bits of dust and rock off before you could put the plaster soaked strips on. Again, I don't know. This is your story. You're the one who's going to tell us what the actions were to get the fossil, what happened after you got the fossil out. So that's for you to decide today. And notice that when I drafted mine, how many sentences was it? 1, 2, 3. It was 4 sentences. That's a good amount. You might have more than 4 sentences. So you don't want to probably have fewer than 4 sentences because you may not, you wouldn't be able to tell us everything you're thinking and feeling. So 4 is a good amount, but more might be good too. I don't know. It depends on your story. Have fun writing today. I cannot wait to see how your stories end.